Hey guys, welcome to another tutorial by BeamerBoy704 from Gaming with BeamerBoy704 on YouTube.com. Today we're going to talk about blacksmithing and how it is related to progressing in the game of Sword Blox Online Rebirth. You will get to a certain point in the game, floor 15 to be exact, and I was just informed of this yesterday by one of my friends. Said that you will need your blacksmithing up to level 120. Now, to level your blacksmithing in this game, you can craft items, you can create ingots from ore that you gather, and a few different things. But today we're going to be gathering ore. And the reason why my preferred method of leveling up on my blacksmithing is to gather ore, more specifically iron ore in the mine on floor 2, right outside the second town from the spawn, is because you get the same amount of skill XP or blacksmithing XP from doing this than you do from crafting actual items, and yeah, it's just going to be more efficient for you to just farm these ore and refine them. As you see, somebody else is doing it right there. Sorry, my guy, you can have all those coppers if you want them. But yeah, so we're just going to grab some of these and start to level our blacksmithing up a little bit more. So yeah, you're going to need to do that in the game. Now, to get more specific, you will need 1200 ore in order to reach level 120. You will need 1200 ore. So collecting this can take a while because, as you see, it takes about 2.5, maybe 3 seconds to mine the ore, which you do by walking up to it and just left clicking. Well, on PC anyways. I do not know the controls for mobile, but all you do is hit the attack button on, so whatever you gotta do for that on mobile. Yeah, it's relatively simple. It doesn't take that long to actually mine it. There is a cooldown on the mining, so it's good that these are spaced out pretty decently far. I know usually when I make this run, I usually get into an area, I think it might be up ahead actually, to where I'll try to click or run to another one to make it more efficient, and it'll be like, oh, global cooldown. So, and then you'll have to wait until that cooldown is finished before it'll allow you to mine again. With that being said, the easiest way to do this will be exactly what I'm doing, but if you have friends that will help you gather ore, that would be great. You could actually employ some of the people in the game. I mean, some of the new people in the game are strapped for coal. I mean, you could 100%, you know, depending on how much coal you have, offer them, you know, some coal to mine these for you. Or offer another service, like you'll help them level or something, which is a good idea too. The only thing is you gotta be clear about, you know, the transaction, like how much ore you're wanting, how much you need, you know, and you know, give a time frame or something, so it'll be a fair trade for them. You know, you're gonna be out here for like, you know, 30 minutes or so doing this. You should be willing to fight for them for 30 minutes at least. And that's what I would do. But anyways, I've explained this pretty much all I can. You just run around and grab all the ore you can. You need to have a total 1200. There is a passive or a game pass that you can buy, which is the Master Blacksmithing Game Pass from the store. Let me see if I can see it after I grab this one. Let's see. Let's go ahead and open our menu. Store. already have it. Let's see, it might be down here. Options. Game passes. This one right here, the Master Blacksmithing or Blacksmith Equipment. If you get this game pass, it costs the same as the Swordsman equipment. It's about 700 Robux. That will make it so that when you're at the blacksmithing station, you only have to click or do the mini game once per time. You don't have to click it twice. So it kind of speeds it up on that aspect. I mean, it's not a huge difference on that, but it gives you the ability to get the ore made by only clicking once, and it also gives you an extra 0.1 increase in your skill. So not only does it double it, it lowers the time, or the times that you have to click, which is good, which is really helpful. So if you do the math on that, if you're getting 2 times the points and you only have to click, half the time, you'll get it done a lot quicker. Very sound investment for this. Plus you get armor and Elizabeth's hair and equipments, and mace and stuff like that as well. So it's an added benefit. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it on the actual meat of what you got to do on the blacksmithing leveling, and why and how it relates to what you have to do in the game. It is needed for progression in the game, like I was saying, because of floor 15. You have to fight people on floor 15 and then get key pieces, and then it is required level 120 of blacksmithing to forge the pieces together. So that is why I'm making this video, because I didn't know that. I went there and I was trying to get through a door, and my friend was like, well, no, you can't leave, you have to craft the key. I'm like, where would I do that? And he's like, blacksmithing station, you need to be level 120. I'm like, oh. So yeah, so now I'm leveling blacksmithing. Would have been great to know from the start, right? So that's what this is for, just blacksmithing, how to level it up, and how it's related to your progression in the game. Blacksmithing will actually help you a lot in the game. Actually, if you have a friend that knows how to blacksmith, I mean, if you haven't bought a game pass, having the ability to craft gear is phenomenal, because you'll be able to gear your character out with equipment that it's relatively close to your level or SK level. As you see in the right hand corner of my screen, the bottom right hand corner of the screen, I tried to mine this and it said there was a cooldown. That was the cooldown I was telling you about. But anyways, as soon as I gather up some more ore, actually I'll do that right here. I'll make a few more stops and then we'll go ahead and head over to the town. And that's another reason that's good to farm here, or good to do it here, is you have 2 options of the blacksmithing station. You can do the first blacksmithing station by resetting your character and teleporting to the town of beginnings on floor 1, or you can go to the town that was located right beside us here and use the blacksmithing station there. Now, a good thing to note is that the different types of ore do give you different experience. And I'm not talking about skill experience on it. I'm talking about like experience as towards your level. So that could be a good thing. I was looking at that the other day, or last night per se. When I was looking at it, I was noticing that you get decent experience from crafting some of this stuff. Um, and I don't know if it's relatively quick or not on the aspect of how much XP you would get for compared to farming mobs, but I know that farming the ore, I was getting around, creating the ingots from the iron ore, I was getting around 3 or so, I want to say, or 3.5, which is more than what you get when fighting the boar out here. So I think that if you actually came around here and as a lowbie or a newbie and started farming after you were able to make it to the mine, you would actually level a little bit quicker or a little bit easier than having to fight the boar, considering it will take you a lot longer than 3 seconds to kill those boar compared to mining. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the mining portion. You come up to a blacksmithing station. As you see, it says shows the X button. That means you hit X on it to start the blacksmithing table. Go ahead and unlock your shift lock so you can freely move your cursor of your mouse. Alright, we'll go ahead and click on iron ingot because that's what we want to do. You come down on the side and hit craft. And here's the mini game. Boom, clicked on it. It says item creation successful. You can click that and it'll go ahead and come out. But we want to do it again so we can get an idea of this the amount we get. If you look up here in the corner, it'll go up by 0.2 and you get 3.5 experience per. So that's pretty decent, guys. That's not bad. So but this is all you do. This is how you level blacksmithing. You literally click craft on the item that you want to do and hit the strike button when the blue line gets with the white line. That's it. The only difference is when you have to do it without the passive, without the master blacksmithing equipment, you have to click twice. So you'll click it once when it passes, as this way it's going out, then it'll bounce off. That's what it does when you item create, but it'll bounce off this wall and then come back, and you have to click it again. That's the difference between having the master blacksmithing passive or equipment and not. And then of course this right here, when you don't have the passive, that'll be a 0.1 skill gain instead of a 0.2. Now I had a few levels from last night when I was already starting or beginning to level my blacksmithing, so that's why I'm at where I'm at right now. But it does not take that long to get it done, as long as you have the materials already available to craft. With the passive, it will take 5 clicks to gain a level, whereas if you don't have the passive, it will take 10 clicks. You click cancel to get out of the screen. It's not like the other screens where you hit X or tab. You just click cancel and it'll pop you out of there. Yeah. So guys, that is going to be it for this video today. I would highly recommend to farm ore, and possibly if you can have a few other people help you do it, that will definitely speed up your time. I mean, you can offer coal to new players or even other players to farm for you if you would like. They trade at 1 coal each or 1 coal per. So I mean, if you can afford it, I mean, you need 1,200 ore. So I mean, it's not that bad. 1,200 ore. I mean, you could offer 15 per if you wanted to, you know, and that would not be bad. I'd be like a little over 15,000, 16,000, somewhere around there, maybe a little bit more. But I mean, and that's relatively simple to get in the game, especially to be able to trade that and get your level in blacksmithing that much faster. I mean, you got to figure if it's 2 to 3 seconds per piece of ore that you need, and you only gather one each, you know, that's pretty. That time will add up, 100%. So, anyways, guys, if you found the video helpful, or it helped you in any way, or gave you insight about what's going on, or helped you move in the right direction, please give me a like and a subscribe. That will definitely help the YouTube algorithm push my content out to more people. We definitely want that, because I'm trying to help everybody grow together as a nice gaming community. Anyways, thanks. I hope to see you in the next video.